Hi, I'm Georgi and this is the video review of Motorola Moto G. The first look at that smartphone reminds a lot of its bigger, more premium and expensive brother Moto X. But Motorola Moto G is not that shiny and famous as Motorola's flagship, yet offering some quite premium specs for its price. This is typical for such projects where Google has leading role, seeking maximum quality for less money. Let us now take a closer look at the main features of Motorola Moto G. In contrast to the most new smartphones, Moto G has a backside cover bumping out a little bit and making the feel of the device dense and solid in hand. This of course brings some cons as well. It looks and feels thicker in profile, which compared to some other models of this class feels somehow bulky. In this shot I'm comparing it to the Prestigio 5044, which appears to be much thinner, plus both devices have similar weight, 140 grams. Which again is a cons because Prestigio has a bigger 5-inch screen, dual SIM capability and a similar battery capacity. Well, it doesn't mean we should look at the Moto G as an ugly phone. Yes, I expected it a bit thinner and lighter, but apart from that, it looks pretty stylish and even neat. You can even replace the backplate with differently colored one. Plus, the screen looks great. It's definitely an impressive one. IPS and One Glass solution give you nice and contrast picture with some nice and wide viewing angles. The resolution here is HD 1280 by 720, quite enough for the size of 4.5 inch. That means you can rely on a picture of about 320 pixels per inch. The combination of all mentioned above means only one detailed picture, making you feel really happy looking at the averagely small screen for these standards. In addition, Gorilla Glass delivers some extra protection for your investment, bringing more value to the users of Moto G. The only little disadvantage I notice here are the Android control buttons. They're always on screen, which is practical of course if you're playing games or using the device in darkness and need to know where exactly those buttons are. But in some applications, especially some of those for reading, that means loss of visible space and reducing the size of actual screen. Motorola Moto G is powered by the latest mid-range class CPU by Qualcomm, Snapdragon 400, together with the Adreno 305 video and 1GB of RAM. This hardware was quite capable of giving me plenty of fun with some performance-demanding games. 8 or 16GB storage versions are available, and just like in Nexus smartphones and tablets, microSD card slot is not available. With the purchase of a new Moto G, you will also have 2 years of free 50GB Google Drive storage. Motorola Assistant could also be useful for some of your everyday tasks, of course. The best part is that Motorola Moto G comes with Android 4.4 KitKat update guaranteed. But to have all that in a budget class phone like the Moto G, we need to make some sacrifices. The lack of micro SD card is somehow acceptable, having in mind the 8 or 16GB versions. But the backside camera is 5 megapixels, while many other competitors, mainly from China I have to say, offer 8 megapixels. At least the camera makes pretty nice photos for 5 megapixel camera, and especially while shooting under low light conditions. The noise level is nicely decreased. The lack of handset and power charger apart from the micro USB cable in the box are part of the rest savings. But despite that, another key part of the phone looks well equipped. The battery has 2080 mAh, which should be enough for at least 24 hours of a single charge. If you are looking for some powerful hardware and latest Android software on affordable price, Motorola Moto G is unlikely to disappoint you. In this case, all compromises seem to be reasonable. Well, on the market there are plenty of competitors, especially talking about low-budget class smartphones where Chinese companies are really active. They can still offer pretty attractive smartphone options. For more information and Moto G hardware tests, please visit news.smartphone.bg. Bye, see you next time.